Hi, I am StampinDeDe. I'm a Stampin Up demonstrator, and this is Stampin Thursday. And I'm so glad you're here with me. We have some fun things to do today. We're going to do a masking. I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can mask with things that you may have around your house. So join me. I just wanted to pop in right here and say hi, and thank you for being here. If you're watching this live, let me know. Just say hi. If you're watching the replay, I would love it if you would comment. And if you're watching this on YouTube, it helps so much if you comment. If you like the video, share it. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. And let's get started with this. Let me put the camera on the holder, and we're ready to go. Hold on. Erase this just a little bit so we get the whole thing. All right. Hopefully, let me refresh my computer and make sure that I can see everything. Here we go. All right, masking technique. And this is one of those techniques that leaves you with that wow factor. Now, this is an unfinished card, but this is what we're going to do. This is the technique this is one of the end products. And this is great to use with some of those stamps that maybe you don't use a whole lot, like this from the, not the Wild and Sweet, but the Wildlife Wonder set. I love that set, and it makes a great masculine card. So let's get started. I want to show you, first of all, I want to move this up. I need to have a little more room here. So I'm going to move this up. All right. I found 3 different ways to create a mask. And of course, the first way is using Stampin' Up's masking paper. And what I've done is cut a piece of the masking paper into the size of my card front. So whatever size, this is my basic white cardstock, and it's cut at 4 by 5 1/4. So I cut my masking paper the same size as my card front. All right, so that's one way to do it. Another way to do it, this is just a piece of white copy paper. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut it. And I'm using, for this card, I'm using one of the dies from the Countryside Inn, or Countryside Corners. So I'm going to center the die that I'm going to use right in the middle of this piece of copy paper, and it is also cut at 4 by 5 1/4, which is the size of my card front. And I've about got it, so let me run it through real quick to go ahead and create our mask. Let me And I'm going to do 2 of them this way because I've got 2 different techniques to show you. All right. Let me take this off because I'm going to use it again. Now, we're not going to use this piece. This is the mask. This is the part that we're going to use. So I'm going to take one more piece of cardstock, of copy paper, and I'm going to do the same thing with it. I'm going to center it so that my cutout area is right in the center of my cardstock, of my card front. All right, I'm going to run it through one more time. And I could use a circle, which I did on this one. I could use a rectangle, a different rectangle. I could use a square. I could use any shape I wanted to. But for the demonstration, I chose to use this one because it gives us lots of room to play around. I'm going to put my die away in my countryside corners. This set gives me a variety of dies, of sizes to use. I used the second largest. All right, the second method for creating a mask is I looked in my cabinet and I found quilt basting spray. So I'm going to use that. I have a shoebox lid that I use as a sort of a shadow box, and I'm just going to spray. I shook it and I'm going to spray it. Now I want this to dry for a few minutes, so, and that's why we're going to go ahead and do these, and then we'll come back to the Stampin' Up masking paper. All right, I'm going to take it out and let it dry. Put my box lid away. And the third way that we're going to do it is using what we probably all have. And let me grab this one. And it's our green glue, our Tombow glue. I have some that I have put in a little bottle. So I'm going to use it because it comes out in a small area. So I'm going to put that all over this side of my paper, and especially around the edges. All right, and I'm going to grab my silicone sheet. I should have done that right off the bat. And I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to spread this glue out, especially close to the edge, to the inside edge. I'm going to hold it with this. I may have to come back because it dries quickly, and you want it to be, you want to definitely have it close to the edge. I think it's pretty. I may not have gotten it right here. It may have dried before all right, I think we've got it. And so we're going to let this dry, because when it dries, it will be really, really tacky. And that's what we want. We want something tacky. Now, we're going to let those two dry. And now we're going to come back with our masking paper. And I shouldn't have put my die away. I shouldn't have done that. I knew better. I knew I was going to use it again. All right. So now we're going to do the same thing with our Stampin' Up masking paper. We're going to position the die right in the middle, and we're going to run it through the machine. we don't have to do anything to this because when we peel off the outer layer, it will stick. It has a tacky adhesive, and it will automatically stick to whatever we're going to use. So there it is. Now, I do save this one because I can use it for something else. It's the masking paper. In fact, what I do is I put it right inside my package. I've got several other little pieces in there, but I will use those. All right. I'll put my die away for good this time. Unless I mess something up, I guess. All right, so what we've got are 3 different ways to create masking paper. We've got the Stampin' Up masking paper. We used quilt basting spray. And we used the Tombow white glue. So we'll try all 3 of these. And we'll make a card with at least one of them. So what you need is a piece of cardstock for your card front. You need whatever inks you're going to use. You need blending brushes. You need a blending brush. Blending brushes are washable. So if I only had 1 or 2 blending brushes, I would wash it out. Well, if I'm going to use it on a card, I would clean it real good on my scrap paper and use it again. But then I would wash it out before my next use. I have 1 for each color group. I have 1 for the blues, 1 for the greens, 1 for the browns. I have 1 for every color group, and that works well for me. All right, and then you need a stamp set, something that you want to create a scene with. So we're going to start. This one seems to be the least tacky, so we're going to start with it and see if we can make it work. I'm just going to put it on the front of my cardstock. Well, it looks like it's going to stick. All right. We're going to set the Tombow one aside and set the masking paper one aside. And I think on this one, I'm going to go this way. And I'm going to use a stamp from the Wild and Sweet stamp set. This is the Panda Bear. But before I do that, we're going to create the background. And I'm going to do that with Pecan Pie and Garden Green. So I want my background to be garden. I want the most of it to be garden green. So let's get started with that. So I need my green blending brush, and I'm going to go over it. I'm going to tap it out here, and then I'm just going to start blending. And I'm wanting to create a background, a blended color background. And I want it to be light. I want this part to be light. So I'm working it into the center. You also want to leave some white in the center. And I'm doing it in circles, as you can see. All right. Looks like I got a little darker over here. I forgot to start off the edge, and that's what happened with that. But that's all right. I can blend over it a little bit, but it's not going to change it a whole lot. Maybe I can go this way. Blend that in a little bit, blend it out. All right, we're going to call that good. It doesn't matter if some areas are lighter and some areas are darker. It does not matter, and I'm going to just clean that off a little bit, and now I'm going to get my brown. And I'm hoping this pecan pie is going to be dark enough. By the way, I watched a YouTube the other day, and this is how she opened her stamps, or her inks. She did that, pushed it down here. Oh, you have to do it this way, and lift it up. How easy is that? I'm trying to remember, I'm trying to retrain myself to do that. All right, with this brown, I just want the edge. I just want the edge. Just the very tip edge. Now, usually, and you'll see on all of the others, I've done it in the same color. 2 shades of the same color. This one, I thought I would use 2 different colors. So we'll see how it works. We'll see how it looks. It might not look as blended, is what I'm thinking. So, we'll see. It'll give it a different look. Let me look over here just a minute. Okay. And like I said, I just want the very edge. So I'm starting off the paper quite a bit, so that I just come to the edge of it. Whoops. I didn't start off the paper, did I? Oh, my goodness gracious. It's all right. I'm going to darken it up right here, just a little bit. And I'll go ahead and darken it up right up here. But it's all right. It is all right. You know, I often comment on my videos how bad I am at getting things straight. And I mean, I try, I line it up. I don't know what it is. It must be a brain thing. But I was thinking the other day, I need to make that my trademark. That needs to be my trademark. Find something on my card that's crooked, and you'll know it's mine. You know, I have a set of figurines. I can't think of the name of the company right now. But the trademark is he hides a little bitty, in every one of his little figurines, he hides a little bitty mouse. Little bitty mouse. And you have to find it. And if it doesn't have that mouse, then it's not his. So I just thought, maybe I need something crooked to be my trademark. Okay, I think we've got enough of the brown on there. Now we're going to create our scene. And like I told you, I'm going to use this panda, or this koala. He's so cute. And I'm going to do it in black, basic, or your tuxedo black. All of the images are done in black. That's what creates this, I think, this stunning look. But we want to get him really inked up. And what I'm thinking is I need to get another black ink pad. If we were still selling the Stamparatus, I would encourage you to use the Stamparatus for this, and that way any areas that you miss, you can go back over again. All right. I think we've got him inked up. We only get one shot at stamping him, so all right, here we go. And I'm going to turn this way. And I'm going to line it up on my grid lines. And I'm going to line him up, and I'm going to stamp him off the edge just a little bit. I might even come over here a little bit. I think I will. I think I'll come off the edge over here a little bit too. I'm not centering him. I want to be sure and give it a chance to soak in. All right. Yeah, I wanted the limb to look like it was going off the edge there. All right, I'm going to go ahead real quick and clean my stamp. And I use my chamois for that. It looks dirty, but it's not. I just washed it. All right, we've got that stamp done. And then I picked out from Sending Smiles. On the Sending Smiles set, there's a stamp on that set that looks like bamboo. And I thought, well, that's going to be perfect. That is going to be perfect. So that's the one we're going to use to fill in. So ink it up really well. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. So I'm going to come down here right on the edge and put my first one. And then I'm going to come right along and do a second generation stamp. Oh, yeah. I might even do a third. Oh, I want that one to be dark up there. So I'm going to come along up here. And I'm going to stamp up here. And then I'm going to stamp again right here. And I'll come down here and do another one. Right there. Okay, I think I've filled it in. I want to leave room for my cinnamon up here. All right, I think that's good. And I really kind of did a no-no here. I stamped off over here and then came over here to do a second generation. And now I'm going to have to get up over it because I'm going to try to compensate a little bit for what I did. Yeah, good. All right. I could even come back and do another one right there. A third generation. There we go. Looky there. All right. I think we've done that. And the sentiment I'm going to use is from the, which one was I going to use? I think we'll just use Birthday Wishes. I had another one. No. We're just going to use Birthday Wishes for this one. And it's from the Sending. And it's right here. So I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to use a smaller, use one that's closer to the right size. Line it up. Pick it up. Ink it up. Stamp once. Just to make sure it's inked up well. And here we go. Birthday wishes. All right. Cover up my ink. Clean my stamp. Put it away. In my Sending Smiles. Birthday wishes. All right. Now, the fun starts. This is the fun. Let me make sure I've got everything done on it. I do. Get my brown one cleaned off. So now we're going to peel off the masking tape. Or the masking. Yeah, the masking. And this one was the quilting spray. And so it should come off really easy. It looks like it let some in there. So it didn't adhere down in that one spot right there, but that's okay. Isn't that stunning? Isn't that just awesome? I love the look. I absolutely love the look. All right, this one will not be reusable, so we're going to throw it away. Yeah, I can see some areas using the quilting spray where it allowed a little bit of seeping through. But I would use that for a card anyway. I love that. Love it. All right. The next one we're going to use is the tacky glue, the green glue, and it is nice and tacky. So we'll get our piece of cardstock. We're going to put this down, and you want to get it on as even as possible with the edges. All right, we've got it down. I see a little bit of glue right there. And I'll tell you, the most wonderful thing in the world are these adhesive erasers. They are wonderful. You can just clean up a world of messes with these things. Let's get this nice and clean so we're ready to go. All right. So this time we're going to use Grassy Grove. We're going to use Grassy Grove for this one. This is still, can be purchased. It's in the annual catalog, the new annual catalog. It is a great set. And I've already mounted it. So the first thing I'm going to first I'm going to do my blending. And I'm going to use Azure Afternoon and Pool Party. So the lighter one, and let's see if I can open it. Yep, there it goes. How about that? I have to keep from getting ink on me. So now I need the blue. And I'm going to make sure, see, I've still got some Azure Afternoon on it. So you want to be sure and get it off. So you don't contaminate. But you can. All right, here we go. With our Pool Party, this is where we're putting a light coat on. A light coat. And we're blending it up toward the center. Isn't this fun? So relaxing. You really can't mess it up. You really can't. I mean, did you even notice that this edge was darker than this edge? No, you didn't. You didn't even notice it. But the best way to do it is to start off of your paper and start circling into your paper. All right. It's a pretty color. I love Pool Party. I'm going to turn it, move that out of the way. Fill this in. I think I just about got it. Maybe a little more to the center. Just a little bit. Fade it in. Sort of an ombre look. All right. I think I've got that. So now we're going to move to the Azure Afternoon. And that is going to be the edge that we're going to create. All right. Just an edge. All right. You know, I'm looking at this other one, and I like the two colors. I like that. I do. I like that. I had not done one of those. So, okay. Still create that edge. You don't want to come in very far at all. Just a little, almost a frame of the darker color. And I've found that if I come along the edge and go back toward the edge with this darker color, because of the masking paper, sometimes it leaves a little border there, and you don't want that, a little border of the white. A little bit right there, maybe. Right along this edge, I think needs just a little more. But I think we're good. I think we're good. All right. Here we go. So now, we're ready to create. And we'll get out our black. And we'll get our deer and ink that deer up. That's pretty good, but we're going to do him this way. We need more room on this one. Okay, put him sort of in the center. Just off the edge a little bit. And then we're going to do a second generation right up here, just peeking in. There we go. Just peeking in. Okay. Clean this one. Now we're going to grab one with the grass. We're going to use the grass next. All right, we're going to come along and put some grass here. And we're going to put some grass right over here. And we put some right under him, right behind him. All right, I think we've got the grass. I'll clean my stamp. Now we need some trees. So I chose these trees. The Grassy Grove actually has two different kinds of trees. So I chose the pine trees rather than these trees right here. All right. So ink my trees up. Make sure I got all of it. And I'll start over here on the edge. It's a hair. I don't want a hair on it. Okay. I can't do a second generation because it went off the edge and I would have that mark there. So I'm just going to stamp this off. Do a second generation back there. And a third generation here. And maybe even a fourth one there. Okay. I'm going to come along and actually I'm going to wipe off the bottom of this. I'm going to wipe off the bottom. Okay. Now I'm going to do one right up here. And I'm going to come right here with a second generation. Right there. Yep. And I'm going to leave some blank there for the sun to shine in. All right. We've got the one deer off behind the trees. Let me get my stamp clean here. All right, so I think we've done it. Let me cover up my black before I set my hand down in it. And once again, I'm going to move this up a little bit because I keep going off screen. All right. Well, I haven't done a sentiment yet, so it needs to be a small one. Thank you. Here we are. All right, I'm gonna give it a try. Line it up. Even with a line on there. All right, here we go. Thank you. Looks like I got a little bit of an edge, but I'm not going to worry about that. All right. You know, I could do a 3rd generation stamp there, and I think it would disguise that. Let's try it and see. Yeah. And you can still see the thank you. It's obvious what that is. That's a thank you card. All right. We're ready for the wow moment. Now this one is the green glue. We're going to pull it off real carefully. You don't want to mess up your card front. Now see, this one didn't leak through. There we go. We could possibly even use that again. We're not going to. I'm going to throw it away. All right, there we go. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, that works. So we've got this one, we've got this one. And now we're left with the masking paper, which will work the best, but I will say that we have to be careful taking it off because it's really sticky. In fact, I probably will put it on my clothes. All right. We're getting the backing off. See, it's sticky. I'm going to put it on my shirt. Maybe help some of the sticky. And we're going to put it right down here on the corner. Start it on the corner and take it along the bottom edge. And if I do that, then I'm pretty sure that it's going to go on straight. All right. I want to make sure that it's down good right around the edge. And I think I'm going to try the koala again with this one. So I need to go back to my green, which was the inside. Oh, that worked so well. That worked so well. All right, here we go. So relaxing. Be sure to start off of your paper. That's the one way to keep it from getting too dark too fast. I'm anxious to try other colors. Now that I see that it mixes well with two different colors, not just two shades of the same thing, I'm going to try some other colors. All right, I think we've got that green done, and now we're going to come back and do our brown. I just think with the brown, you want to really be careful because I keep going off the screen, because it is a different color and it's definitely darker. It's going to show up more than your other color of blue. Okay. Oh, well, I didn't mean to do that. Got a little rambunctious there. Okay, we've about got it colored. We've got it even around the edges. And right here, just a little bit. Okay, I think we've done it. I think we've done it. So let's get our koala in there. He's right here. We're gonna go this way. We'll ink him up good. I love this guy. I love these wildlife stamps. I'm very much an animal lover. Nature. My son calls me a tree hugger. I don't think I am, but I do respect nature, and but I don't value nature higher than people. I guess that's a good way to put it. But I do love wildlife. I love to observe it. I actually got to go to a rainforest. Oh my goodness, that was over the moon. All right, well, we're ready to put this guy right here. There he is. Isn't he great? So awesome. All right, and my bamboo. Okay, start up here. Come down here. I'm doing it a little differently this time, aren't I? I'm going to stamp off here in a minute. Okay, let's do some second generation stamping right there. Up here. Back here. Maybe there. I think we've got it. Right there. Not much. That one didn't even show. All right, we've got it. We've got him done. These cards do go quickly. And this one is going to be think I put the birthday wishes back, didn't I? I did. I'm looking for, I know what I need. Yes. This is from Pansy Patch. It's got a great happy birthday in it, too. 2 different fonts and... Okay. Let's see. Find a block that I can put it on. Okay. Happy birthday. Oh, I love that. Yeah, that looks good. I'll clean my stamp. All right, we're ready to put it back real quick. All right, is that it? Make sure my fingers do not have a lot of ink on them. Now we're going to be touching the white. Okay. We're ready to peel. Now this is the one that I think is going to be a little harder to get up. So we're going to peel it really carefully. Yeah, it's going to be harder. Yeah, it's peeling the paper up just a little bit. Real slow. I maybe should have tapped it on my blouse twice. But look what a clean edge it gives you. We're really taking it slow. Looks like I didn't get the masking paper quite to the edge, and so I got some brown on it, but you know what? We just trim that off. Here we go. Finish this card out. There. Isn't that great? I love it. All right, I'm going to bring my trimmer up here, and I'm going to trim that edge just the tiniest bit to trim the, oops, there. Just the tiniest little bit got that edge off, and I don't think, maybe just, I don't think that is, oh, that's not good. What in the world? I better do that again. I'll come this way. Oh my goodness, what's wrong? What is wrong? Do I have it? Well, you know what? It may be that I have a little bit of a rough edge. So I can roughen this edge up some. Let's see if it'll do it on this edge. No, of course not. Of course not. So let me see. No, I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay. We're going to solve this problem here. We are. don't know what my trimmer's doing. I may need to put a new blade in. I put new blades in pretty often. All right, here we go. This was a Stampin' Up. I don't know, one of the promotional things a while back. And I love it. Okay. Now, we've got it trimmed up. You know, and I've said before, that's the thing I love about card making, is that there's always a way to get around a mistake. So we're going to use, I'm almost afraid to use my trimmer here. I don't know. Almost afraid. All right, so I'm going to make, since I had to make this smaller, I'm going to make my base, my mat, a little smaller too. And I'm just going to bring it into about here. Oh, thank goodness. All right. Yeah, that's better. And then we're going to put it on a brown pecan pie card base. I'm going to have to make it a little bit smaller this way too. That weird. Okay. Now, there we go. So I'm going to put this on first. Okay, I'll put it on my garden green. Put it on my mat. You know, I've got a little dot right there where something must have been on my stamp. So I'm going to come along with this and fill that in. There, can't even see it. All right, now I'm going to put my adhesive on this. Put this on my card front. That is awesome. And I could put a ribbon on it. I could do some other things to this, but for time's sake, I'm just going to show you my samples. And I don't think I made a sample with that card. I didn't. So let me see if I can find some. I either need pecan pie. Or garden green. This is close enough. This is Cold Olive, I think. But it is close enough. So I'll make a bow. Bring it down. Keep going with it till I get my bow made. Till I get it just the right size. And I think I'm going to put it down here, maybe on one of these stalks, maybe on that one right there. So I need to trim my ribbon. Yeah, get glue dot. Pick the glue dot up with the ribbon, put it right there. We are good to go. There we are. All right, so I have some samples already made up to show you. And we did this, and we did this. And I'd already shown you that one. So this is, well, here's this one that I did with a sample like this. Sometimes you need to know that someone really cares. So I made it up and just used a little twine. Alright, so that's like that one. Then here's one I did with snow, and I don't have any current, these are retired snowflakes, but I just wanted to see what it would look like, and I loved it. I loved it. So this technique would work great at Christmas, and I just put little rhinestones in the middle of each snowflake. Alright, and use some of the balmy blue and white ribbon. Let it snow. So we've got that one. We did this one. And then this is one that I made with this guy, To a Great Guy. Isn't that great? Isn't that a great guy card? I love it. I just love it. So we've got him. And then this one I did with a more whimsical set. I did it with the Happy Hedgehogs. But isn't that just the cutest thing? Finding a friend is the best discovery of all. So I used the trees, and I used one of the branches out of this set, and I had so much fun with this technique, trying different types of cards. So I hope you'll find one of the ways to create a mask, and you'll do it and give it a try. Looks like I did mostly with the countryside corners, but I love the circle. I just love the circle. That was out of the Stylish Shapes. That circle was cut, that mask. All right. Thank you for being here. I'm not sure if, all right, if you're watching the replay again, thank you so much, and please leave a comment. Share the video if you know somebody that you think would enjoy it. God bless you. Have a great weekend.